Oh, hello there. I didn't expect to find you here. But since you're here, let's talk about a fun little additional project I have on my plate for today. So you remember a while back when I had done that review of the Black Series Clone Trooper helmet, and I complained about how the liner in the helmet was dookie doo-doo, diarrhea poop bad? Well, what we're going to do today is we are going to take that helmet and we are going to rectify the problem that is the liner of that helmet. I've decided on trying to do two different methods of fixing the liner situation. First one will be I'm going to simply glue the liner into the helmet in a way that will make it so it won't move around and be poopy bad. The second of the ways will be adding foam blocks inside the helmet to keep it stationary on my noggin. I like being out in nature, y'all. Now, I could just leave that there, trade out the liners and fix that so the helmet is wearable, but that's just too easy and simple and boring. So what we're going to also do additionally as well is I'm going to take some delightful cans of spray paint and we're going to pretty up the helmet and put, some kind of pattern on it or whatever. We're just going to paint the helmet just for the sake of doing it, because I can. So let's do that. Sure. I have recently been watching Bobby Duke Arts again, and his style of video making I find very nice. So Bobby, if you ever see this, I'm inspired, my dude. Yay, arts and crafts! Hot glue on the thingy. Now, having put hot melt glue on the connection points of the harness, that should help things stay in place a little better. And yeah, that's an immediate improvement. It still can move because the harness itself is a flimsier plastic, but this is an immediate improvement. I can look up, I can look down, I can turn my head, and the helmet is now staying better in place. So, if you want a simple quick fix, a little bit of glue. I use hot melt glue because I have it and I can remove it. If you did this and you're like, hey, that works, this is great, perfect, I'm good, you could use super glue. I hesitate to say you could use Gorilla Glue because it's an expanding kind of glue, but you can use whatever glue you want and just glue the harness that comes with this thing in the helmet. So that's an immediate simple fix. Of course, now I'm going to do the custom one where I'm going to take foam like this, I'm going to cut pieces and mash it all together and hopefully make this thing work mo better. So, hold on. That took a little bit more effort than I thought it would. You can see there's still hot melt glue in there. So if you decide to do what I did, make sure you're content because it is difficult to get the hot melt glue out after you've done this. What I did to remove it is I was using my heavy duty scissors and I was kind of jamming them down into the hot melt and cutting as much as I could, and then I'd use it like a pry bar to twist and snap, and eventually I unsnapped this from the inside of the helmet. But it's free! So we'll move on to foam padding our helmet, as opposed to the gluing in of the original harness. So, transition! Next step-a-rooney, now that I've gotten the other liner out, is we're going to test fit pieces into the helmet. Okay, I already like that. All right, let's see how this fits. Okay. That's pretty good. With the one piece of foam on either side and the one in the top, it's keeping the helmet raised up. My eye line is right where I want it. And I can move my head around, make subtle adjustments, and this is good. The painter's tape did not help very much. Duct tape might have been a better tape choice, but still, my point is that tape thing for test fit, then glue. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure stuff fits first. Because if you don't, and you glue it, and then you're like, oh, crap. Because I've done that. Okay, so having not measured before cutting, I have about 6 1/8 by 7. Okay, so something like that for the top, and then the two side pieces come out to be vaguely, I'd call that another 6 1/8, 6 1/8 to 6 1/4, and then the other way is 6 1/2. So something like 3 chunks of 6 by 6 inch foam is what I'm gonna use. If you want to, I would suggest maybe cut a chunk out for your ear, make it a little bit more comfortable, because once everything is in place and it's, you know, pressed against you on the inside, it might not be super comfortable. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test that specifically, because I'm gonna put glue, you know, just a little bit, like a dot in the 4 corners, put it inside the helmet and see, well, actually the glue would be that way. And I'll see how it feels after I wear the helmet for a few minutes. And then if it's just like, nah, that's no good, then I can still pull this back out, put a hole in it, and then put it back in. Because I have done that on some helmets before. All right, no glasses, test the tacks and see how it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, interesting. We need to do some adjustments. The way it's sitting right now, it's like it pushes the helmet forward into my face, to where my nose is touching the bottom part of the T visor. So I'm gonna do some tweaking and we'll figure out where we need to go next. Okay, so this one, it's just 2 strips of foam going along the sides. So along here and along here, a little more forward so that way it'll push the helmet this direction, if that makes sense. So glasses off, hair out of the way, hair not pulled back. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not crazy. It's not like it's like really tight secured on my head, you know what I mean? But it's moving in a way where it stays in place. I kind of want to do that. So I want to put, the foam in the top is keeping it raised. The 2 sort of cheek side pieces are keeping it from wobbling too much. What I want to do now is I'm going to put a strip here in the forehead to just kind of keep it secured, keep the helmet pushed forward. So that will be the next, that'll be the next bit we do. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's a vast improvement over the other, over the way this thing came when I bought it. So I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'm gonna do a few minor touches. I'm gonna trim the corners of these, the cheek pieces, and I'll go back around it with a little bit more glue. So just give me a second. Let me do those few things and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, hello there. Fancy seeing you here again today. And so now the helmet is padded in an appropriate way that will be very, very useful to wear upon the noggin. Like this. There's bugs everywhere. So, as we can see, what I've done is I have the 2 pieces of foam that are more forward facing. They've been trimmed and I put more glue around them to keep them in there nice and secure. I went ahead and added 2 pieces of foam in the back that they sit kind of behind my ear rather than on top of it. It's more comfortable and it helps keep the helmet just that little bit more secure. And then of course there's the big piece in the top of the helmet to just keep the helmet raised, and the piece that's against the forehead that just keeps the helmet that little bit more forward so that way it rests where it should. And so with that, the video is technically done because this is what I set out to show all of you. However, as I said, we're going to paint it. So we're going to paint it. Now with that, the helmet is done. So now, before I leave you with the beauty shots of the helmet, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for watching my video. I appreciate that very much. And if you like the comment button, make sure to subscribe. Thanks very much. Have a good day.